Welcome to the wonderful world of Waikato Sheds, my friends. We're here and we've got an update on what's happening with granny flats. So you might have heard last year the government, Chris Pink, these guys were saying, hey, we're thinking about doing 60 square metre granny flats consent free. Well, they've just come out and said 60 ain't big enough, we're going full noise, 70 square metres. That's the feedback. But what's the catch? We've only looked at what they've sent out to us. We've been in chats, and what we've found is they're going to be letting anyone build 70 square metres consent free. What does that mean? You've still got to do it to the building code, so you've got to have proper plans. We assume that you're going to want to have a soil report for every property, so you know what sort of slab conditions that they're going to be built to, wind zones, rurally, storm and wastewater reports, so you can do that all legitimate. You got to inform the council beforehand, so before you start building it, let them know, and then at the end as well, so that way it can get on the insurance record. And if you're in town, the council, they'll want a little bit of a development contribution or something for the infrastructure. Hopefully rurally that'll be fine, you're paying for it anyway, but you know, still got to help out with the local roads and the haul and that sort of thing. Now, what does that mean if you love the wonderful world of Waikato Sheds and you want to do it? Is they're saying they're going to be starting it off early next year. So anything that's happening now still needs a consent. But hey, it's April, Easter's coming, Christmas is going to be around the corner, and so is next year. It's only 8 months away. We've got the team here that can help you start on the design process straight away. We can take a walk through the office shortly and we can have a look at the team that's going to be helping you out throughout this process, but it needs to be a standard simple design. Hey, we love it. Gable roof, flat pitch roof, that's what we're talking about it. We've been all over this sort of change because since 2020 the government has been freeing up the ability of good quality builders to build consent free. So we've been doing 110 square metre pole shed consent free. We've built an example of that. We've done lots of up to 30 square metre consent free garages. We've shown how that can be able to build that. So this is just going to be another addition. The way I've seen it, unfortunately, it doesn't look like we're going to be able to have an attached shed or garage on these. It's just going to be 70 square metres of dwelling. Hey government, if you're listening, let us build some sheds and garages for the people. The people want a shed. If you want a shed and you think that you should be able to have a shed on one of these minor dwellings, comment below, don't worry. That's our mission, to get New Zealand's greatest sheds out there. So let us know what you think. I'm always there. I want to reply. I want to know what you think. Should Granny be allowed a garage? Let me know. So on that note, what's really cool is they're also going to change the Resource Management Act. And people are like, oh, why do you need to do that? And you're like, well, because every council's got a different plan, and blessings to all our friends in the council. But Waikato District Council, you can build a 70 square metre minor dwelling / granny flat with no resource consent. Hauraki District Council, you can do 50 square metres or 60 if it's LifeMark certified. Matamata Piakau, you're not even allowed to do it. So each council, and those are just 3 of the local ones, have a different rule or a different interpretation. So the government's intending on overriding that, changing the Resource Management Act so that everybody's going to be in the same boat and allowed to do it. And hey, I think that's awesome. We're all Kiwis, we all believe in freedom. So we want to see great New Zealand made sheds on New Zealanders' property so that they can enjoy it, have a bigger living family on there, use it for rental income, Airbnbs, all of these great options. But let's just have a quick look round and see what we can do with the team that's going to be able to help you out with that or any of these questions. Alright, let's grab the mic, get on my bike and have a walk around the office. So you'll come in here, meet the team, Kathy's on lunch, check it out on the video. We've got some awesome stalwarts, Sean and Malcolm, and then Quinton from Tahuna School. That was a great project. So we've got the man Glenn here. If he's not busy on the golf course, he's definitely busy looking after all these sheds for you. So he's done a lot of habitable sheds. He's got 20 years experience in home building in New Zealand, so that's huge. He can be drawn on here. We've got Bronick in here. Let's sneak in, see what's on Bronick's desk. This is actually a pretty exciting one. So not consent free, but a ginormous barndominium as well. So absolutely huge. We'll do them all, but I'm really excited to be able to do these smaller scale ones for people. You know, continuing on, here they are, hard at work. That's what we want to see. Thomas is there for the consent-free pole sheds. Bronick, we're just talking, boys, about the new rules that are coming in place so that we can do these consent-free granny flats. Feedback?
Can't wait.
They're going to be fantastic.
That's it. You heard it from here first. They can't wait. It is going to be fantastic. What I've been saying is, hey, look, they're going to be up to 70 square metres, simple design. It's got to be up to code. Boom, we can do that. We stare at plans all day. We work with the architects, designers, engineers. We get all of that. LBPs built by professionals. Let's have some footage roll up. We've got great guys that have been doing this forever and we can build it. I think there's going to be a huge rush for this.
Yes.
It's going to start next year. Is what could somebody do if they're keen to get the ball rolling now, if they wanted to get in touch with you? What sort of things would you be working through with them, Bronner?
Well, right now I'd be working through some designs. We've already got a couple on that we've done in the past or something that we can pull up. We want to talk to them about where they want to do it. We'd be talking to them about soils. We can be talking to them about finance. We can be talking to them about design. We can be talking to them about positioning of windows, what they want, how they want to have it, and then we can make sure that it's all ready to go so that when the rules change, we can just go bang.
Perfect. That's what I want to be doing. We want to be locked and loaded. Cheers, guys. So when the rules do change, hey, look, you know what you're up for. We've got the design locked in. We've got the soil report. We can price the whole project. And then, hey, the rules change. Bang, we're ready to go. We're ordering materials. We're getting the dig out going on. And we come on down to our operations team. These are the two guys. They're doing the mahi, working in here. We're talking consent-free.
Oh, yeah.
What do you think of the rule changes? 70 square metres, the Hills Homestead, be keen on some of that?
Yeah, for sure, of course. Anything that makes it a bit easier to get around, yeah, no, for sure.
That's it. So I look over here, come on in, Shane. What are we looking at? We've got this plans on here. We've got 8 metres by 12 metres, so what's that? 100 square metres, and that's got a garage in here as well. So same again, this design is roughly 70 square metres worth of living. We might need to put a 30 square metre consent-free garage next to this. Boom, then you got 2 consent-free buildings done to full spec, full code, but we can get you the right price at the right time. Or if you're rural, we could put you a massive pole shed next to it. Yeah. But what are you looking forward to, Shane? You've done a lot of projects over the thing. 70 square metres?
Well, I'm a city guy, but so that sounds pretty cool for what I did in my house. I was not quite 70 squares, but if I could do that again with no consent, then that sounds good to me.
And we say no consent. We're not about cutting corners here. We love living in the country, but we ain't no cowboys. So what would it change about the building process for you? And, you know, having gone through it, being able to have no consent?
Yeah, well, like you say, it is. We're not going to cut any corners, but it just saves on time, doesn't it? It saves on time and it saves on fees. Yeah, those are the two things that I can think of.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it'll save a whole lot of time. It'll save a whole lot of fees. We can get the design right now. And to be honest, if you're looking for the best deal, and we're always competitive, we always want to fight and put the best deal out there, is then you can go to companies looking at standard designs. You can look at the people behind the companies. Do you trust them? What's their portfolio of work done? And then you can make a decision rather than having to get everything detailed, drawn up, sent to council, rejected from council, come back again, more engineers' reports, more resource consents. Oh, we don't like that colour, or we don't want this, or, you know, there's all these wonderful things rather than going, hey, what's it going to cost? When can I get it done? Boom, next week, let's make it happen. All right, anything else we want to think on there?
No, I think that it'll just, the timeframes, that's probably a major, it'll give a bit more certainty around getting started and getting going and, yeah, not having to wait around.
Yeah, for the politicians, I hope you're watching, because why not comment below if you are, shout out Jace, Quinton, Shane. But honestly, for the pipeline of work for a small building firm, you know, we're mid-sized, I think will be huge. You can go to your local builder, Jason, Shane, they get there, they're on the tools. You can say, hey guys, I want to build a minor dwelling. They can come to us and get a kit set. We do kit sets all over the country for it. And then they can be sure of the time. So they know, hey, look, man, I've got a gap opening up in 2 months' time. I could start then. And they're not worried about all the delays from the council. They know professional firms like us can take care of all the soil reports, everything. We can make sure all the materials and that are on site. And so the day they want to start is the day they start. Because otherwise, at the moment, you're just guessing. Honest to God, like we've got projects, some that sail through council, other that are just there forever. So I think it's going to be great, let alone if they need a resource consent. And the beautiful thing is, every time you need a resource consent, you know what our success rate for resource consents are? 100%.
Really?
So it means every time we've applied for one, we've got one. But then that means like, well, why are we doing it? Can we just pay the money and get it and save the time? Anyway, so hey man, I think they're on the right track. The old government, they started off the consent-free rules. The new governments, they're doing it on. So same ship, same course. So let's make it happen and get in from there.